All right. Let's transition back over here. Boom. Welcome in, everybody, to tonight's episode of Fancie's Fables and of Eras. I hope you all enjoyed your week off last week. We certainly did. And we are back again tonight to start the next arc of our exciting adventure. I am joined, as always, by our wonderful cast. A. Dufresne as Kane. Art is my voice as Koraktau. Kelp as Phoebe. And Bulletproofturtleman as Temin. We are back to our core group, our original 4. But they are not alone. Though before we get to that, we have a little bit of a tradition of the question of the week. And I literally just said it. Hold on. Yes, okay. What would be the greatest gift someone could bestow upon your character?
World peace!
This is not a beauty pageant, Phoebe.
Fuck those fakers. I'm the real deal. I'm the original world peace, motherfucker.
The OG World P. That's short for world peace.
Oh my god, Remy's eye looks so scary right now.
Yeah.
I blinked!
Well, I'm gonna start picking on you.
I'll go. Co's, I found a way to answer differently than what I would have thought.
Okay, good.
Co's would be freedom. Freedom from the dangers that were imposed upon his life in the war that he was born into, basically. And I guess Phoebe's answer kind of like would be a way that could be achieved is with world peace.
Okay, so like the
Does world
dangers
peace count
of
if it's across
persecution,
different worlds?
interdimensional peace.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, just protection from persecution and war and genocide. You know, all those nasty things. I think that's a reasonable enough thing to ask for. All right, Phoebe.
I literally said world peace. I literally said it. There's no greater gift.
I co-opted your answer, so it's no longer yours. You have to come up with a new one.
For fucking real? I kicked this shit up.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too big.
What?
It's too
Are
big.
you serious? Her entire life's mission as a cleric of peace.
A pacifist.
As a cleric of peace. Hence the peace domain is to heal and diplomat and solutions and peace. It's all she does. If she can have world peace, that's the greatest gift ever. No
Isn't
more
that what you
conflict, no
work
more
towards,
violence. If it could be achieved like that, greatest gift. Easy money. You're gonna tell me my gift is stupid, Xavier?
You'd be out of the job. You'd be on your ass on the street.
It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the people.
You're right.
Itch.
You're right. You're right.
Don't fuck with Phoebe's gifts.
All right, Kane. See, Kelp can be sassy all she wants, and Kelp's a little extra sassy because she has to reserve it all as Phoebe.
This is true.
So mine is, again, very predictable, like Phoebe. Phoebe and Kane are very similar in that manner, where it's like, what's the greatest gift? Oh, love, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Kane and Phoebe wear the same vein in that way. So I said it once before, I'll say it again. I'll probably say it again. But Kane loves love.
He loves love.
Big idiot. What is he thinking?
But what if he's already achieved it?
He doesn't know. He wouldn't know. He's got to feel it.
I got a feeling.
'Cause he's in the
Copyright.
middle of war right now, so he doesn't really have the opportunity to find out what real love is yet.
What is love? Sarah, don't hurt me.
DMCA.
Don't hurt me. All right, and last but most certainly not least, our Tin Man, Temin.
So we're just quoting Trigun out here? Love and peace.
Love and a peace.
I like it. No, I'm not mad. I would say enlightenment. Or
Enlightenment.
or humanity. What he doesn't really realize or see himself as is a living being, just as a machine. And I think being able to receive some form of enlightenment that really makes him see his own life as worthwhile, and that he was more than just a machine and an instrument of war. I think that would bring his life full circle and give him like an inner peace, whereas Phoebe and Co want an outer peace for all the people. He is still like a storm inside brewing, and he doesn't really know who he is, where he needs to be, where he needs to go. He's just there for his friends and ready to fight the war wherever it is, but he doesn't really have that inner peace within himself. So I think being able to find that is what would really bring him happiness.
That's good. Temin just wants to be a real boy.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
I'm a real boy.
And if you could make yourself just a little bit louder for me. All right. So, before we get into our recap, thank you so much, Scouty, for your 21-month resub. And thank you, Dagan, one-uppin' with a 22-month resub. I appreciate you guys very much, and we all appreciate the support to the channel and the show. Thank you. So, last time on Fancie's Fables, the party was concluding their journey to the kingdom of Cormyr, specifically the capital of Sembia. Following the map drawn out for them by the other adventurers they had passed on their way, they snuck in through the aqueduct and into the city proper. The city itself surrounded by Zentarim forces crafting siege weapons. Once within, they began to make their way through the city looking for some way to get themselves onto the Sea of Fallen Stars, their goal. And they were headed off by an old mentor of Valor and for the Purple Dragon Knights, and imprisoned. During this imprisonment, Valor was brought out to speak to an old friend, the Queen Raedra Obarskir. And we as viewers learned her importance and connection to the crown of Cormyr, as well as Valor's connection to her. During a meeting between the powers of Sembia on what exactly to do in response to the Zentarim forces, our party got into some antics in the prison, attempting to break out in various different ways. But in a cell near them was a self-proclaimed captain, Temerity, a blue tiefling. He offered them voyage so long as they could get a ship. Well, after the meeting of powers, Valor was heading to the prison to release her companions. When the Zentarim finished their siege weapons, it began to lay waste to the city. Having to act quickly, our party was freed, along with the pirate. They commandeered the ship Dauntless, taking it from its owner, a very fast merchant ship, and heading out onto the sea of fallen stars, with Temerity at the helm and Sembia behind them. It has been one day, about 20 hours or so. It is the evening of the following day. You can still see the smoke from Sembia behind you on the horizon line. But you have sailed through the night and through the day, and the sun will soon be setting. And we will pick up with our companions there. Aboard the Dauntless, we have our 4 champions of the Sword Coast. With them, the champion of Waterdeep. And on this vessel, they have the pirate Temerity, and 1 deckhand. You have learned his name is Boone. And you have not seen Temerity for most of the day. He's been within the captain's quarters. Boone has been handling most things above deck. Below deck, there are still ample supplies, as this is a merchant ship. And you may act as you wish.
Start going through supplies.
Okay.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to figure out what we got.
You know,
I mean, like, cool though, like casually, like, you know,
yeah,
like it's my business.
kind of just
you know.
picking up the lid, taking a peek.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe moving stuff around elbow deep.
Sure.
You know?
I mean, I was just about to ask, how in-depth would you like your investigation to be?
Casually though, like casually, like.
You don't want to
Totally,
appear interested, right?
Right.
You're not going to give her your number, but you're going to chat.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
figure it out.
Okay.
Tsundere
So,
Kane.
yeah, Kane is a tsundere. Taking
No,
a
Kane's a
peek
baby.
at the supplies. Ko, are you also just, surface level? Yeah. So taking a peek at the
No,
supplies.
I'm going deeper. I'm investigating.
All
You can
right.
do all that weird shit.
All right. Give me a second then. So, upon first observation, you find plenty of travel supplies, things that probably were going to be sold in Sembia, but they didn't have a chance of making that sale, probably due to the forces surrounding their border. There is plenty of food. I mean, if you name it, it'll be there. I will say, though, a lot of the meat probably won't last super long, as well as the produce. It was intended to be dropped off, so unless you can find a way to preserve any of that, it might start to spoil within the next couple of days. There is also some crafting supplies. You find some alchemy tools, some herbs and spices, and a few. There is a couple of cases that are there. Smaller, more personal. They've got locks on them, but surface level. This is all that you see.
Okay. Uninterestedly, I'll just take a piece of like food and just start chomping on it, and still probably looking through stuff, but like I said, very casually, not caring. I'm a big dragonborn. This pirate's got nothing going on. Whatever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is our campaign now. Just Canada on the high seas.
Sorry about that. Just
Pirates
gonna
of the Canadian.
take your ship, eh? Oh shit, hold on. Sorry, I just broke Syrinscape. What
As
a
one
surprise!
As one does. Yes.
These
Go
technical
on.
issues.
I need a technical issues screen. I need Temin with some wrenches and grease on him. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Okay, well, maybe this is it.
Technical issues.
Oh,
brought
God.
to you by Syrinscape.
Do you guys hear anything?
Yes. I heard the wait, it just stopped.
You heard
Yeah,
it
I
for a
heard the sea
second?
shanty for a bit.
It was the jovial music and then it stopped.
I hear a wonderful sitar with waves in the background.
There we go.
Shut the fuck up, Kelsey. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, she's fucking listening to YouTube.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd be using Syrinscape if it wasn't.
All right, it's back now. I heard it.
Utter dog shit.
Problematic?
Yes.
If it didn't hate me, if it didn't discriminate against me.
By the way, if you
That's
didn't
valid.
realize, the music in this stream is brought to you by Syrinscape,
Don't sponsor us.
in case you wanted to know. So, Co, give me a perception check.
Snapshot. I feel like I should do a thing. Actually, you know what? That's a 15. Yeah, I'll take it. 15.
Okay. So, with a 15 on your perception, poking a little bit deeper into these supplies, you find that there are more valuable supplies a little bit deeper in the back. There are some alchemical ingredients, which would be harder to find normally. Some gemstone dust of various a variety of gemstone dusts. You also find that there are valuable smithing metals, among which being mithril. I wouldn't call it an ingot. There aren't ingots of mithril, but more of as if half an ingot was melted down into like a long, thin.
In strips?
Yeah. Which would make it more suited for like inlaying.
Okay.
And then with the Are you investigating the locked little boxes on the shelves?
Hell yeah. I'll try to pick them.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand.
I totally just threw that shit. One second. So what was the game? Perfect. I actually have to check to see if I have a thing that will save me from doing bullshit. On my rolls. One second. Is it this? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Because I rolled in that one, so I'm gonna use my psychic, my side bolstered knack or whatever to.
Yes.
I can roll one psionic die and add the number to the roll of the check, potentially turn a failure into a success. All right. Huh. How does that play out with nat ones?
Hold on.
How would you rule that?
Your psychic knack.
Side bolstered knack. Because
So
it would
it's
add
under
to
your. It's under your feats, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna be under psionic power, and you have to actually click on it in order to
I
see the
hate
full
that.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it always takes me forever to find it.
Psi bolstered knack.
in
When
its
your
description-
non-psionic training fails you, your psionic power can help. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool with which you have proficiency, you can roll one psionic energy die and add the number rolled to the check, potentially turning failure into success. You expend the die only if the roll succeeds. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. What is your psionic energy die?
It's a D6.
It's a D8.
And then, oh, it is a D8? Holy shit.
You're at level 10.
because I leveled up. Yeah.
But it became a D8 at 5th level. At 11th level, it becomes a D10. So, you can
It became that because I just turned level 5 as a rogue.
You can roll a D8, and no matter what you roll, if you fail, you get to keep that die. If you succeed, you expend it. So go ahead and roll it if you would like.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it is a nat 1.
So I rolled a 7 plus my 6 for sleight of hand would be 13.
No. You're adding the D8 to your roll. Oh,
Yeah,
yes. Sorry.
Yeah, so I rolled the nat 1 originally, and I never added my dex to it.
I'm so contrarian. I'm just not letting you guys do what you've built your characters to do. All right. So plus your 6.
So the total is now
13,
13.
so 14. 7 plus 6 is 13, plus the 1 is a 14 total.
Oh, yeah, because it does add to it. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you succeed on one of the boxes, but not on the other. While you're trying to pick the second one, you actually break that lockpick. For the first one, you open it up, and inside is a brilliant, sizable, like palm-sized ruby.
Nice.
Are you taking it?
Yes.
So as you grab the ruby and pull it out, you find that it is actually attached to a necklace. There are very delicately interlinked golden chain.
Could I, like, looking this over, can I sense any magical properties to this?
It does not feel magical in nature.
Looks very pretty, though. Perhaps I'll give it to Kane so that he could give it to one of his wives.
I wonder which one.
Yep. Which one do you like more, Kane? I'm actually going to turn around and ask him. So, Valor or Sarah?
What are you doing? I'm gonna like grab at the necklace.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to be the best man that I'm supposed to be, and
Oh yes,
you know,
yes.
a wedding gift. We didn't really have time to get them much during all the hustle and bustle.
Yes. I'm gonna take a look at it real quick. Where did you just pick this up out of a box over there?
I point right over to the one that
There's an open, one of the small cases. And then on the other one, you see the lock is filled with a broken lockpick.
Well, do you want me to have this, Co, so that I can give it away to a girl for some reason, Co, so you can watch in a distance?
Not just a girl, Kane. Have respect for your wives, sir.
Okay, listen. If you're giving it to me, I will gladly take it. By all means. I don't give a shit what's in this boat because, one, this boat isn't mine. And I have a feeling, well, as we know, this boat isn't the captain's. So.
Exactly why it doesn't matter what we take from it. So hold on to that and give it to one of your wives.
If you find another one, how about you just throw me both?
Yeah, I kind of broke my lockpicks in this one, so maybe you could smash it open.
So it's extra special.
Actually, you know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna go back to the other one that I messed up on, and like take the lockpicks out that are broken. And if I inspect this this other box, does it look like it can be pried open, or it can be forced open, basically, through some means?
I mean, anything can be forced open, right? When you look at the one that you did open, because they're identical, when you look at the one you did open, you note that the top lid actually has a lip that clasps over the bottom, making it really difficult to get an implement in there as a wedge. So as a secondary precaution. Kane, taking the necklace, add a 10-ounce ruby necklace to your inventory.
Okay. 10-ounce ruby necklace for my... As I'm putting this away, I'm gonna lean over to Phoebe. Yeah, so if anything happens to me, promise you can get this ruby to Sarah? Think you can do it?
Of course. I mean, nothing's going to happen to you, but yes.
Perfect. And I'm gonna get up and walk away.
Okay. What that was about.
So you're taking the ruby from Kane, Phoebe?
I guess so. It just seems like it was dropped in my hands, and then he walked off.
Sounds like a Kane thing to do. So, Phoebe, as you put the ruby into your satchel, it actually crinkles on some papers. But you don't put papers in that pocket.
That's not right. My papers are normally in this pocket. Just gonna take the necklace out, stash them away for a hot second, and then pull out whatever's in there.
You find you pull out 4 folded up pieces of parchment. Scrawled on each of them are each of your names.
Oh.
Temin, Ko, Kane, and Phoebe.
Well, I'm not going to read the others because those clearly do not belong to me. And I don't want to read this alone. So she's going to kind of walk around and tap everyone on the shoulder, be like, "Hey, can you guys come here for a second? I just found something."
Sorry, as a secondary note to that, yours with your name on it, well, that's fine. Yours with your name on it is wrapped around a box. It's about this big.
So with that being said, she's going to put the box with her name and like the parchment around it in her satchel, and she's just going to take the parchments for the others out and present those instead.
Okay.
By the time she makes it to Ko, he's got his crowbar out, and he's like got his foot on the box and is like trying to press down on it using his foot and his telekinesis, and he's like trying to pry the lid off of the box. It's like
So, what are you doing?
This. Well, it wouldn't be fair if I've only presented one gift for one of Kane's wives and didn't try to get something for the other. So I'm gonna see what's inside this box.
Well, per legality's sake, Kane really has one wife, and I think Valor was kidding, unless Valor wasn't kidding.
Are there any D&D laws about polygamy?
Don't be so close-minded.
Listen, we witnessed the union. We witnessed a union, and
yes.
that is as far. There was no union with Valor. I'm pretty sure Valor's already taken.
I'm literally just leaning on the wall, picking my teeth as I'm letting Phoebe go.
Listen, but Phoebe, what if you're wrong?
Well, if I'm wrong, I don't think Queen Rachel would be very appreciative of you giving Valor gifts.
Why does Valor not deserve gifts, Phoebe?
Yeah.
No, Valor deserves gifts. I'm just saying in the way that
in
I
any
have
case,
something in my pocket.
None of you but Phoebe are aware of any Queen Raedra. You can only assume.
That's right.
You can only assume that it was what
Wait.
she had picked up when she had snuck away as a mouse. So remember, none of you know what happened in that meeting or the conversation between Valor
This is true.
and Queen Obarskir.
Wait.
That's why I don't care, because we can get her gifts. We're her friends.
Well, you're her husband, so. But who's this other? A queen?
Well, yes, the queen of the town, I think it was. I don't really know. What was that establishment considered? Was it a city? Was it a town? Was it a kingdom?
I think it was a
Say?
city of sorts.
Well,
It was a city.
Yes. Well, Valor spoke to the queen, and they had a conversation, and then I kind of
Mhm.
attended like a war meeting of sorts, and then there was this very rude man who we ran back into on the boat, and you threw him overboard. It was great. Anyways, look what I found in my pocket.
No. Well, I mean, wait, what is that?
I don't know. I found these in a pocket that I don't normally store my documents in, so I know I didn't put these here, but someone sneakily did.
You all see folded, darkened pieces of parchment with your name scrawled on with ink.
And I didn't read them because it's not nice to read things that are meant for other people, so I wanted to make sure that they got to you as soon as I saw them.
Well, your logic's interesting. You can't read letters that aren't meant for other people, but you won't accept the fact that I can give a gift to Valor.
Well, it was in the manner in which you were intending on giving the gift. I wasn't against giving people gifts because I love to give people gifts, but in the manner that you were intending.
It's fine. I'm messing with you. It doesn't really matter. I'm still going to give it to her regardless.
Okay, that's fine.
Or maybe that one will go to Valor, and because it's red, and then I'll give whatever is inside this to Sarah.
I mean, that's completely up to you.
If it's a dead mouse, it can go to Valor.
But why would it be a dead mouse? Why are you?
Some people put rats and dead things in boxes, okay?
So as they're saying that, I'm gonna try to like pry it open right now. Do I need to roll anything for this?
That box?
Yes.
Oh, God. Give me another sleight of hand check.
We're gonna fucking die.
The box explodes!
Kapah!
With all of this going on, where is our dear boy Temin?
Temin is probably on the deck.
Okay.
How's my audio? Is it better?
No, you sound good. Yeah. So... Yes, so...
I got an 18.
An 18?
Plus my sleight of hand.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
24.
Hold on to that.
Yeah.
Temin, on the dock, you can see, with the ship rushing forward, the splashing of the waves up across the bow reminds you of the last time you were on water, on the Big Dog, making your way to Tirith Island. Memories of the Kraken and of falling overboard hit you for a moment, but you steel yourself. You see the sun descending in the sky ahead of you. Behind you, the brilliant orange. And then you hear the grunting sounds of Boone as he is climbing down from the crow's nest. Raffaangelo next to you on the deck.
Oh, hello, Boone.
Hello, Master Temin.
I'm a master? Oh. I believed I was a champion.
Champion? I'll call you champion if you prefer.
Oh no, I prefer the title for Kane.
Okay. Then Kane will be champion, and Temin, you shall remain Master Temin. You're not a crew member, but you are aligned with Captain Temerity.
Yes. Do you know, perchance, how to swim?
Of course. I wouldn't rightfully be a sea hand if I couldn't swim.
Perfect. Could you teach me how to swim?
Teach you how to swim? Look at you, you're covered in metal. How much do you weigh?
Well, have I stripped away the heavy armor I was wearing before, and I think I'm a little bit lighter than before. But at least 500 pounds.
Ugh. You're gonna have some trouble swimming there. Unless you're filled with air.
How do you propose I fill myself with air? I do not breathe.
I don't know how you're made, buddy. You don't breathe.
Yes, us Warforged do not need to eat, drink, nor breathe.
Warforged. So you're like one of those things that have been running around.
I suppose, yes.
We don't seem like a bad guy. But we all have our stories. Sure, you want to learn how to swim? I'll tie some line around you.
All right.
That way, if you
Out.
sink, we can pull you back up.
I think I'll have Raffaangelo escort me. And I start tying a rope around Raffaangelo and myself.
Okay. Alright, hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself. And he ties you off to the mast. Well, once you get in the water, it's important to resurface. I think that's going to be the hardest part for you. Once you splash in, you're going to want to cup your fingers together. Think of it as you're grabbing the water. You want as much surface as possible. And then with your feet, you're going to make this motion and kick back and forth with your toes.
Understood.
Alright.
I'll do my best.
He still gives you like a wry side eye. And then he kind of like glances around to see if anybody else is here. Alright, Master Temin. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Let us go, Raffaangelo. And Temin's just gonna go and just go.
Alright. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
Are we anywhere near this, or are we?
You're all below deck.
Oh shit!
I will use restore balance because this is gonna be bad.
Okay, good.
So good.
Good.
Slow motion, baby. Oh, that's not bad. Dirty 20.
You know, much to Boone's surprise, Temin, once you hit the water, you begin doing exactly as he said. You start kicking your feet and making this motion with your arms, cupping your fingers together, and even you are surprised at your lateral movement. And
I'm grabbing the water.
how's he making that sound when he can't breathe?
Well, he can talk. He doesn't breathe. So it just goes right through the water.
Yeah. So you then breach the surface of the water. Now you are close to the ship, and the sails are out. So you come out and you're like, oh, and the water just starts splashing you to the side of the face. And you see Boone is like, oh, I can't believe you're doing it. Hold on, I wasn't even. I was so distracted.
Swimming.
Oh goodness. Would you all be able to hear this from inside the ship? Yeah. So we're gonna transition real quick. We're gonna transition real quick to below deck. Ko, your sleight of hand, you were very successful. You were able to deftly move your dagger in between the small crack and then just slowly start to finesse it. You bring the blade towards the lock, and there you're able to kind of get it into a soft spot and just crack the whole thing open.
It was my good old crowbar. Yes. Cracked
Inside, you find a pair of emerald earrings.
open. Ooh.
They're
Magic coming from them? Or
they're
just
pretty
so beautiful?
chic, but not magic.
But these are perfect for Sarah. All right. And this is all before we hear Temin's stuff, right?
Yes.
All right. So I pop them out, kind of pick them up off the floor, and it's like, see, Phoebe? Now these can be for Sarah.
they're just not ours. We're taking these without permission, and I don't really encourage.
The ship isn't even ours or Temerity's. Whoever owns any of this will never see them ever
Hey,
again.
how about this? The guy who owned this shit was the rude one that I threw in the water.
Oh, see?
That's also a very good point.
And Sarah's nice. She's very pretty.
Oh no, I agree.
No.
Sarah is
She
actually.
deserves something nice for her wedding gift. It's perfect.
This is true. I feel. Oh
Yes, Kim.
yes.
I feel that you've been traveling with us for some time and should be aware of our sneaky ways. You secretly like it, don't you, Phoebe?
That I like it. I don't like it. It's not good to steal.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take an apple out of the bin and I'm gonna throw it to Phoebe. Hey kid, take this apple.
It's
In your pocket.
after you pocket the apple. You dastardly child.
I'm just gonna start whistling. Just go.
Wow, you actually stole. I'm just kidding.
After you pocket the apple, you all hear a large splash from outside the ship.
What was that?
Where's Temin?
That's exactly where my mind should have gone.
Run.
Oh, shit.
This is
I'm
the
gonna
second
pick
time
up
we've
one
been
of
on a
the
boat.
boxes and tuck the earrings back in it and tuck it away.
I do not
And
love
haul
this.
ass.
Okay. So, rushing onto the deck of the ship, you see Boone holding a line and just struggling, straining, pulling on it, trying his best, but it is taut against the rail. Looking over, you see Temin and Raffaangelo swimming beside the ship, getting just lambasted by splashing water as the Dauntless continues to cut eastward.
I'm swimming.
Should we? I feel like we should help him, but
No. Yes.
I feel like-
there's no but. We should help.
how did he get there? I feel like there's
Wait.
something going on.
Question.
Are you gonna jump down there?
No.
I think.
Oh, yeah, you two aren't the best of. Oh shit. Reach
Well,
out to Temin mentally.
Look at him. He's kind of swimming. Like we should just leave him because
He's drowning with
keeping up
style.
the boat.
I'm okay.
He's
I'm gonna reach out to him mentally. I'm like, Temin, what exactly is going on here?
I'm swimming.
You look like you're in trouble. Like if you were one of us, you'd probably drown and die right here.
Exactly. I am learning.
He says
I
he's
think by
learning.
swimming great.
I say something.
mean-
He says he's
But
learning.
it looks like he's doing this with one arm right now.
I just kind of like lean over the ship a little bit. I think he's learning. He's trying.
One
Where's
arm
the
is out of the
rope?
water doing
Where's
this.
the rope that
Yeah,
he's
to
attached
block
to?
the water.
It's so the line is wrapped around the mast.
Is anyone near it?
I mean, Boone is there. He was trying to pull him up. But seeing you guys there, he's like, perhaps we should hoist the sails?
Boone, big guy. I'm just gonna like arm out, like,
No, he's right there.
oh,
Yes,
Oh.
he said he wanted to learn how to swim. I told him it would be a good precaution to tie the line on him, but
No, that was a very smart idea because he
I
would
should've-
have probably sunk.
we should have hoisted the sails, though, before he jumped over.
well, he's very, very persuasive, but we can host the sails now.
Yes,
I mean, he's
let's do so.
Still alive, so
And that is the better. He said he doesn't breathe, so I'm not too concerned about him at this point.
Yeah.
Will Captain Temerity have a problem if we do that? Should someone go distract him?
He's been in the captain's quarters since last night.
Okay.
'Tis not my place to bother the captain.
I see.
Well, perhaps he needs to be bothered. I'm gonna go walk over to the captain's cabin and knock on the door.
Okay. Meanwhile, Temin's still splashing down there.
He won't die, so it's fine.
Me and Phoebe would probably help Boone do the sales.
Okay. He's directing you on what to do, how to hold the lines, and all right, now pull. And so you three start working on that. Ko, you walk up to the door of the captain's quarters.
Mhm.
You knock on it, and you don't hear anything.
Hey, Temerity, you awake?
Still
And I'll
not.
knock again. I'll go to push the door.
It is locked.
If only I had my lockpicks. I'll turn back around. Or I'll turn around, but kind of if there's enough I don't know, side parts of if it was a wall with a door on it of sorts, I'd lean next to the door against it, and kind of just wait.
Okay.
And kind of
So you're
after a
waiting
little bit-
to listen.
Yeah.
And
after a little bit, I'll press my ear to the door if I still haven't heard any movement.
Okay. So you still don't hear anything. The sails have been hoisted now, and the ship begins to gradually slow down. It is still moving forward, but not with the momentum that it was. The secondary sails, the smaller ones, are still up. Or still down, sorry. Temin, you are able to regain control of yourself. With the ship gently pulling you along, but if you gave some effort, you'd be able to maintain yourself. Ko,
Oh, this is getting easier.
from inside, you hear something metal clang against the wooden floor within, and then a scraping sound.
Throwing out my mental sensory, do I sense that he's there, or at least a sentient being is in there?
Yes, you do sense a sentient being within.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on the door a couple more times and be like, hey, Temerity, open up.
You then hear the sound of a heavy heel crossing on wooden floorboards. Temin and the other three of you, are you ready to come back into the boat, or are you still practicing your technique?
Technique of
think I'll come
dying or drowning.
All right. So I assume, Kane, you're going to assist Boone in pulling Temin back aboard?
Yeah, when he's ready. Or that, I'll just watch him flop around.
All right. So yes, as you're pulling Temin back aboard, the door, Ko, you hear the sound of the lock unlocking, and the doors swing inward into the captain's quarters, and there stands Temerity, a much cleaner Temerity than you had seen from the prison. His hair has been brushed and trimmed. It is still long. It is tied back behind his head, some cascading past his horns and down his shoulders. A nice bleached white shirt. You can see that some of the button clasps have been undone about halfway down. He's wearing tight leather pants and some very exquisite boots.
I kind of looking good. I almost busted down that door, and I kind of palmed the end of the crowbar a little bit.
Aye. Yes, a month without bathing will make one quite dirty.
Listen, we've got, Timon's learning how to swim, and Boone had to hoist the sails, but wanted to make sure that didn't interfere with this grand plan that you had going on.
So Temmin, you are now being pulled in, so you're back on the deck, and Temerity steps out of the captain's quarters and looks around, looks up at the sails. No. We need to keep our speed.
Shit. Well, I think they're just about done. They're trying to get him back in there now.
Bring those sails back down.
Yeah. And I'll go try to, help them out as best I can.
So Boone quickly rushes to untether the lines to bring the sails back down, and you see Temerity himself also is grabbing it, deftly and expertly untying the knot, and they're both bringing it back down before securing the lines once more. The ship lurches forward once more, caught by the gust of the wind heading eastward. Temerity then leans over the railing and looks back behind the ship towards the west where you had come from. There's still smoke on the horizon, though less visible as the sky is now darkening from its brilliant orange to a rich rose hue. The sky to the east is darkening and stars are becoming visible.
Did you have fun, Temin?
Yes, I learned how to swim. Was it not impressive?
It was impressive. That was the first time I've seen a Warforged stay relatively above water for that period of time. I'm just trying to be honest here. You could use some work to polish it up. Right, guys? And I'm kind of look over to Phoebe and Kate.
Well, I think there would be a better opportunity when we are not moving at this speed across the ocean.
Agreed.
With many mysteries below the deck.
Yes. I appreciate the criticism to help further my swimming capabilities.
Maybe in stiller waters. Maybe when we're not doing what we're doing. Maybe after all of this.
Yes, and one day I will be as good a swimmer as Raffaangelo. I'm just patting him on the shell.
I'm glad that you did take Raffaangelo with you. Thank you, Raffaangelo.
He's just gnawing on some rope.
Why is Raffaangelo a walking meme?
Yeah.
Because he's Temin's.
Yeah.
This is true.
So, Temerity looks around, then goes back to the quarters and grabs both the door handles. And then closes the door and you hear the lock.
Cole, did you make him angry?
No. And then I'll reply to everybody mentally. I heard some sounds going on in there. I think he's trying to find something, or there's something that he's got going on that he really wishes to keep private. Who knows what it is?
You can try to find it out if you want.
No, I think it's probably best to leave him to his secrets. I mean, he was in prison for a little while, and as of right now, he hasn't crossed us in any ways yet. So it's probably best to just let him have his space,
Boone,
his privacy.
Speaks up. Would be best to let the captain have his privacy.
He didn't hear that conversation. It was a mental one.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Boone has my...
Boone interferes on my freaking call.
Wait, no.
Boone had
hijacks the
intuition and came over to let y'all know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
There you go. He saw the looks that we had, and as we were having this mental conversation,
you guys had an eyebrow conversation.
Yeah. He read up on it. There you go. Yeah, I figured as much. But yeah, I think things will be fine.
It
Hey,
will be
Boom.
fine.
How long have you known Temerity?
Since he showed up on this ship.
Oh, you spoke as though you've known him for a while.
Nay,
Yeah,
but one knows a captain's presence when they see it.
I see.
Yep.
Yeah, just like how we know Kane is our leader.
Nope.
It kind of just
Listen,
like we
we're
felt
talking about
it.
temerity right now, where temerity is captain, and I agree with Boone. Like, you know a captain's energy, and you know the captain.
Well,
Well, I
regardless
mean, a captain and a leader are two different things. Technically speaking, like 2 words, and Temerity.
Boone, I'm sorry,
is
he's so rude to
captain,
cut you
and-
off. Go on.
It is fine. You all rank above me. It is
Sure.
equally important for one with a captain's energy to harness the energy and become captain. Temerity is capable of such, even though he is for now locked away in seclusion, but I respect him as the captain, because when he entered this ship, he commanded it as a captain. I am just a sailor. I was looking for a way out of Sembia when that merchant had come along. I told him I knew how to sail, so he let me on. Just seemed like an easy way out, but this is probably much more entertaining. He looks at Temin.
Oh, yes, it is thanks to Boone here that I was able to learn how to swim.
I gave him a few pointers. He's a bit green.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
for looking after him and helping him with his. I don't even know what to call it. Just helping him.
I wish, in the excitement, I'd had a moment to speak with the captain. I don't think it'd be best for us to sail like this at night. I've been the only one out here, watching over the ship, and, well, I need some rest. I'd hate to fall asleep at the line.
Oh, Tevin doesn't sleep much at all. We can definitely help you out.
Oh,
That is
and how many
correct.
years have you been at sea, Master Temin? No disrespect intended.
That's a fair point.
Do not sail, but I have crossed the sea many a time on a ship.
I think it'd be important if one with the expertise.
Do
You
you
never
want
know
us
what might
to get
happen
him
on the
back out
Sea
here?
of Fallen Stars.
Should we get Temerity back?
Nay, I don't want to look weak. I'll hold out as long as I can, and I'll let you know.
And
Go on, Co.
I was just gonna say, feel free to make use of, well, us, while you're still awake. If we could lighten the burden, we'll do what we can.
Of course, of course. You get that sense
Yes.
that he's like, yeah.
Well, if it would make you feel better, well, or make us feel better, one of us can volunteer our time and take shifts keeping you company and making sure you are that strong lookout that will not fall asleep.
I have plenty of stories.
Well, maybe I could teach you a few things around the ship.
Yeah, that actually would be very helpful.
Good. Alright. Well, I won't need to call on you yet. We've still maybe an hour or so.
Who wants first shift?
I'll be
I'll
here
take
all
whatever
night.
you want me to take.
You sort it out. I have to get back to the mast.
I'm up for whatever. Feeling pretty excited to be traveling on the sea.
Good. Between you and Temin wanting to learn the ropes, that will give me time to eat that food.
Wait, you found some food?
Yeah, it's downstairs.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy trying to get gifts for people.
Yeah, while you were digging for jewels, I was eating.
Mm-hmm. Could you actually, you know what? I'll be right back. I'll go down and try to find something to snack on at the very least.
Yeah, there's plenty of food.
Oh, I'm gonna bring back up a bunch. And some for Boone as well. I'll just bring up some extras.
Okay. Is there anything else you all would like to do? Any things to hand to each other while you're waiting?
What were we doing before we came up here?
Oh yeah, you said you had a letter, or you had letters for us.
Letters.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, how did? I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
It's fine. Temin was drowning, swimming, something of the sort.
This is true. This is true.
Drowning with style, all right?
Please,
Drowning
Also,
with,
we were teaching you crime, and you were doing wonderful.
I have no idea what you are talking about. Tamin, please don't throw yourself off the ship again unless we're all present.
Oh, will do. What's this?
Technically, we're all present.
Well, no, I meant before he jumped in to make sure that we're not moving and we're in a safe location. Anyways, just gonna go back in. Here, these have your names on them. I found them in my satchel, and I didn't put them here. And this isn't my handwriting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, thank you, Phoebe.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna like try to smell the letter. Does it smell familiar?
His
Somebody's
handwriting
cologne,
doesn't look
somebody's
like.
perfume.
I mean, it smells like parchment and ink, and you've probably not seen that handwriting before.
All right. I'll open mine.
Okay.
What does it smell like, Ko?
Just ink, parchment. That's it.
All right. Give me 1 second. Sorry, we had like an internet stutter not too long ago, and I just realized that it logged the bot out.
Oh.
Fun fact, when I was a child and I received gifts with the little, not the wrapping paper itself, but the tissue paper, I would smell it every single time. Because one time it smelled like perfume, and I just grew up assuming that they all smelled like perfume. And then I was very disappointed.
Yeah, not everybody is as
Bougie.
fancy.
Yeah, so.
All right. So.
That's totally in character for Phoebe right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Ko, you open yours, and inside, written in pretty neat handwriting, Ko, I can't wait to hear the epic you'll write at every tavern I go to. I hope you'll stick around for one more drink. May your dagger always find its target. Love, Valor.
She dropped a hard L.
See, Phoebe, I told you she deserved it.
Well, I
She
never
totally
said she didn't
does.
deserve it. I just said for as long as it was intended with the right... Forget it.
What does she? Who is she? What are we talking about?
Valor left a letter for, well, I'm assuming it's for all of us. This one is from her. So I guess you guys should open yours.
Oh,
Or you can open them privately. I'll kind of like eyebrow cane. Just in case, you know, it's kind of smutty and you know,
Yeah, just in case.
a thing between the newlyweds.
Betrothed eyes only.
Yes.
Tamin doesn't understand this. He's gonna open the letter.
Okay. Temin, written inside, you see, Temin, you've done some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. On and off the battlefield. Keep making them smile. Love, Valor.
Oh, I will, Valor. As he's reading this out loud to everyone without like a sense of like privacy.
No inner voice.
Yes, no inner voice. This is what Valor says, everyone.
Nice.
Makes sense.
She was spot on with that. You certainly do some crazy shit.
All right. I'll peel a nail into mine and rip it open.
Kane, the moment I saw those bulging... No, I'm just kidding.
Sounds about right. Keep going.
I know this isn't your story. I know this isn't the story you asked for. But it is your story. Write your own ending. Love, Valor. One of your beloved partners. That's what she wrote.
I'll fold it in half, put it in my pocket, and just kind of say, like, to the sky, more or less, like, same to you, kid. Same to you.
Then
Phoebe, you gonna read yours?
Your mic is really quiet.
I'm at max volume. I don't know what to do.
No, you're good now.
Oh,
Yell
okay.
louder. So glad it's not me.
I have nothing in my hands.
It's finally not us.
That was it. I have nothing in my hands.
Huh.
She didn't leave you a letter?
I find that odd.
I just found the 3 in my pocket when I went to go put the necklace there, and yeah.
Grace.
Simon is gonna walk over to Phoebe and take a knee. Well, if she didn't give you a letter, then you may have mine.
Oh no, Timon, it was intended for you. I gave her a really big hug before we left, and she went to go save the day. So I'm sure, she probably has it on her. So.
Aw, Phoebe's really sad about this. I'm gonna go over and give her a really big hug.
No, I'm.
Yes,
Okay.
let's give
And
her
while
a
I
hug.
hug her,
Yep.
I want to feel her pockets.
Yep. I knew that was going.
Okay. I mean, you're strong enough to restrain her, so yeah, I'd say you can be
I
successful.
would like to
with
roll
that.
to contest.
I'm not gonna
Alright.
restrain her. I'm just giving her a hug and just pit-pocketing a little.
Yes, go.
Okay.
Come over here for a group hug.
Oh my
Phoebe,
god. I guess
give
bring it
me-
all in, guys.
Give me
Group hug.
a dexterity check. Kane, give me a sleight of hand check.
Super slow dice. Super slow dice. Wow, it's slower than normal, guys. Wow, it's so slow.
What'd you say, sleight of hand?
Yep.
Ooh, halfly luck.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
I love rolling against players.
What do you got there, girl? Because I got 16.
That was almost
Still-
2 nat ones in a row. So we got 8.
Damn.
Yikes. I mean, Phoebe's satchel has stuff in it, so you can feel a lot of different things.
For a 16, that's what I got?
As far as you know, you're looking for a piece of parchment, right?
Right.
That's true.
Well,
So,
if she took them out of her pockets in front of us, I would, seen the pocket.
all right. So you're sticking your hand into that pouch?
Sure.
Okay.
I-
You find a parchment-wrapped box in your hands. Like you feel it.
Oh, look!
hmm.
Is there writing on it?
Wow.
It says Phoebe.
That is
Oh.
not fair. That is not fair. And she's going to be jumping up and trying to get it.
She's not
Listen.
wrong, Kane. That's me.
I'm not going to make you open it.
That's not fair.
But do you think I want to know that somebody you cared about didn't do good by you when they did right by everybody else?
Well, I felt bad because there's a box.
Well, then I would have felt mad, and then Valor would have gotten hurt. And I was gonna give her the
that's
box.
why I didn't show you.
You didn't show me because you wanted me to hurt Valor?
No, I showed you because I thought you were going to hurt Valor because there was a box. And you...
I don't understand.
Kane's not jealous in that way. Don't worry. Neither am I, and I don't think Temin is either. You have nothing to worry about. Feel free to open your stuff. Sorry, Temin.
Why would Valor get hurt? What?
There are many reasons why Valor would get hurt, but in this specific circumstance,
She wouldn't. She wouldn't. Kane wouldn't hurt her. Unless she did something to hurt Phoebe.
Exactly.
Perhaps.
well, in that case, Kane, would you open the box for me?
Absolutely not. You intended on opening this in private, so I'll allow that. And I'm going to walk away.
Oh. Well, now I'm just a bit confused.
I am too, Phoebe.
You open this, I'm gonna like reach over to Phoebe's hands while like she's holding the box, and I'm gonna like scoop them up. It's like, you open this when you feel like you want to. It's for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pat her on the head and kind of like go over towards Boone and bring him some of the food I grabbed.
All right.
You said that so lightly, like, I grabbed.
Yeah, I forgot that what I was doing. I was like, food. I do have the food, right? Yeah. I'll bring her some of the food.
Well, then she's gonna put it back in a different pocket.
Okay. An extra super secret pocket.
Super secrets.
One that Kane specifically cannot find.
It's Dragonborn proof.
Okay.
Before that, could I say something to Phoebe?
Yeah.
Well, Ko and Kane head off. Temin is like right next to Phoebe, so he kind of leans over to her. I have been thinking, Phoebe, and there is something important I want to say to you.
Oh, what is it, Temin?
I know the others are worried about you not having both of your arms. I am okay with your arm being gone, if you are okay with it. And you see Temin raises one of his arms, and it's a slight creaky arm, as you can tell that's been damaged from the fight with Ardea, and he's never fully healed it. Although, I could have repaired this arm of mine and gotten rid of this minor defects. I keep it as a reminder of the fight with Ardea. And that time, I failed to protect you. And he just kind of reaches over and gives her a little pat on the head. And the other people around me. Captain Julius always told me I was meant to be a protector with this heart of mine. I have never felt like more of a failure as I did that day, and when I lost Julius. But it has made me realize that despite being flawed and partially broken, I was still able to defeat Ardea with all of you by my side. I want you to know, Phoebe, that whether you are missing a part of you or broken in some way, you will always be my best friend, and I will always be here when you need me. He does a little show with his creaky arm in.
He's gonna, little tears are gonna start welling up in her eyes a little bit. And she's just gonna kind of like, with her robe, just like, do the same
stop.
thing.
And he goes like his
And then-
elbow to her stub.
She's gonna high stump, and then she's just gonna give him a big hug.
Oh! And he just returns the hug.
You're always gonna be my best friend too, Temin. We've been with each other since the beginning, and whether we go in with the same amount of parts or lose a couple along the way, nothing will change that.
Yes. Always.
Always.
Beautiful. All right. Anything else from our crew?
No?
Okay.
I think I'll just be asking Boone about things that we could help him with.
Alright. Well, the sun has fully set, and the night sky is dark above, many stars twinkling. And Boone finally comes over. Alright, well, we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to sort out some things down below, make sure we have even distribution of weight in order to continue traveling, in case any damage happens to the hull. Just standard moving things around. Who would like to help me?
I am ready.
If
I need help. Is he there with us?
Yeah.
I'll help too, because I'd rather help underneath than by the water.
Alright, you two are plenty big and strong. This should be easy. So, he leads you both below deck to where all the supplies are. And you note that they were all positioned in order to easily be carried out of here. So they're all in one spot, which would indeed make the weight off during sailing. Now that he has you all to help, he can actually do something about it. He discusses with you the importance of balance for a ship, and even weight distribution can cause a ship to list in a certain direction. Man, that must have been real important.
When you feel that stealth check.
Failed so hard you look right at the camera.
Yeah, you break the fourth wall.
Oh, always a gem.
Fucking kid.
So, give me a strength check, both of you, and that will determine how quickly you're able to get this done.
$21.
I got 14.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Oh boy. All right. Well, you know, Temin, being as he is, this is the most serious job he has had to date. This task.
Oh yeah, he learned how to swim. He's hyped.
Means a lot to him. So he's really just going above and beyond to make sure these crates are moved. And Kane's like, yeah, man, it's a bunch of boxes. Like, chill out. It takes you an hour and a half or so, maybe a little more, to get all of these boxes secured, these crates moved to a better position. And, in fact, you all kind of feel through this process. The ship, it was rocking with the water, but now you're feeling it a little less heavy on the left side and a little more on the right side, making an even distribution, which is great. Good job.
Nice job, Kane. Now the ship looks a little more even.
Now you can jump off either side.
Oh, yes.
But not right now. But not right now.
Phoebe said not to.
Not right now.
So, Boone comes back to the deck. All right. Well, let's see. What should be next? And as he's pondering, give me a perception check. All of you on deck.
Well, we're all on deck now, right?
Correct. Well, actually, you know what? Pause. Terribly sorry. Let's rewind half a step. You can keep that roll. Let's rewind half a step. While Temin and Kane and Boone are doing that, Ko and Phoebe, is there anything you would like to do?
I kind of turn to Phoebe, like, if we're just up there alone, like, how are you holding up?
Well, I imagine I'm holding up by the bones in my body and the muscles around my bones. And then, yes.
Does Phoebe know anatomy like that? Maybe. I mean, she is a naturalistic
medicine.
healer. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Um,
This will pass.
I'll kind of like turn to her and look her directly in her eyes. I meant with everything that's happened to you, to us, what we're doing, where we're headed.
Oh, I'm okay. It's definitely a change of pace. A lot has happened this year. It's a lot, if I'm being honest.
It is. And for some people, they definitely wouldn't be able to smile their way through it, put on a brave face, etc. I'll kind of like bend down, or I'll get down on a knee so that I'm like closer to her level, and I'll kind of like lean over and touch the side of her stub arm. This doesn't anger you or sadden you in any way?
If I'm being honest, well, it was my good arm, but it gives me an opportunity to learn how to use this one more efficiently. But if I'm really being honest, I don't mind that this was taken from me, but it reminds me of the person that did take it from me and what they put me through and what that experience was. And I still look back on it, but more than anything, it isn't out of anger and it isn't out of regret per se, but I felt bad for them. I know that sounds, I don't know, but I felt bad for them.
How come?
For them to go out of their way and exhaust themselves and go through all of that just to make me see things the way that they do, and for me not to. It was desperate and it was sad, and for them to not have had anything else that they could have done with that time, it's sad. I still have all of you. I may not have this, but I have all of you, and I have goals, and I'm still me.
I kind of like take a hand and cup the side of her face. Like, it's good that you've still managed to maintain a sense of purity to who you are in spite of that. I know you're not a vengeful person, but if it was myself or Kane, maybe even Temin, we'd definitely be in the mood to retaliate. And I can say with certainty, the next time we see that cat, we'd want to retaliate on your behalf, unfortunately.
Well, I can understand that.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So, I grew up knowing war and survival and doing whatever was in my power to make sure I continued forward. Temin also made for war, and Kane has had quite a hand dealt to him in life. How is it that you managed to grow up and have such an aversion to violence? So much so that, well, something like this could happen to you and you not want to kill somebody.
Ooh, it's a strong word. No, I can understand that question. It's more uncommon to grow up in a world like this with my eyes than it is to grow up with eyes like all of yours. I'm the odd factor out here. I know this. I've come to know this. I didn't know this before traveling with all of you. But I have to owe it to my mom. We grew up, or I grew up in a village that was so far tucked into the forest that it was, more than a day's travel to, any of the larger towns, let alone a city. Rules were simple and life was simple, and the only thing that we got upset about was if we had a bad business transaction or we weren't able to find what we needed in the forest that day because someone didn't plant something properly or an animal ate it. And then we'd have to track it down and give it a good scolding. But that was it, really. There was really no violence. There was really no conflict. It was just my mom teaching me everything she knew and how to handle, trouble when it came my way. So it's her.
Pretty envious of that, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It would have been nice back in my home to have been able to stay there.
I can only imagine. You're allowed to feel envious. It's completely valid for you to feel that way.
And you are allowed to feel anger and want to balance the scale, so to speak. You say your mom taught you how to handle trouble that came your way, but did she ever teach you to actually defend yourself with force?
No, we used our words. You can talk yourself out of most things.
Oh, I know. That's true.
If you're committed enough and if you're confident enough. So,
what about
no.
when you cannot? Did she ever show you anything in that regards?
To run, hide, use magic however I could.
Ko kind of stands back up, inhales, taking in that nice sea breeze, the ocean breeze. Kind of looks up off. You had a really nice upbringing. And I hope, though I find it very unlikely, I hope somehow we can get to the end of our roads and you still be able to maintain that outlook on life.
I hope so too.
In the meantime, myself and the others will do the best we can to keep you from having to ever go down a path like ours.
Well, you don't have to worry about me.
We will always worry about you, Phoebe.
And I'll always worry about all of you.
Our little friend.
Phoebe's gonna hug Cole.
Well, I'll return the hug, and I'll pull out whatever remaining food I have left, and just like, are you hungry?
She's gonna reach into her pocket where she stored that apple that came out. And she's gonna kind of like cheers them.
Cheers the food. There we go.
All right. Okay. Anything else before we continue to that perception roll? Nothing from Phoebe.
If oh.
Alright. Well, with all of you now returning to the deck, with your perceptions, the sky is now darkened. The stars are all out. What were your perception checks?
21!
Okay.
24.
Okay.
A natural one for me. I was too distracted talking to Phoebe.
Fair enough.
I got a nat 20,
Oh.
but nothing to add on to my perception, right?
You
Like
have a
going
plus
between
4 to
Pathfinder and
perception.
this now. Okay, so where is that on this sheet? Why? Oh, there. Never mind. 24. I rolled
Remember,
24, guys.
Pathfinder is wrong.
I hate learning sheets. That's the worst part of these games for me, is like the sheets. But yes, I got it. 24.
Ooh. Hold on, I'm hitting some stutter. Give me 1 second.
Uh-oh. Stuttering.
Yeah, it's the second
Did
one
I
tonight.
stutter?
Okay, alright, it's ironed out. So, with your perception checks, peering out on the sea ahead of you, you see a thick, misty cloud clinging above the waters ahead of you. There is a faint green glow from deep within this mist. Kane, ahead of you, on the water, you see a thick mist clinging above it. There is a soft green glow from within. Kane, with your 20, you are able to observe
24.
that with your nat 20, making it a 24, you're able to perceive the... What?
21.
Good for you.
It's like you hate me.
You had to. Help took that personal.
What did Tevin get?
Also 24.
Listen, as the one person who rolled the nat 1, I'm not offended by you and your actions.
He doesn't see
I'll say,
anything.
you are doing a great job. Don't even look in my direction. please.
You're doing fantastic, Xavier.
I got 20. Kane only.
You're specialized.
Ko, you see nothing. You're looking at the back of the ship.
Yeah. I was just distracted by Phoebe and our
Yep,
conversation. I'm deep in thought, you know.
The other three of you, Boone is back at the he's at the back of the ship, the mast. He's taking care of something back there. But Temin, Phoebe, and Kane, you see the mist ahead of you. You also note, upon inspecting a little closer, that this green energy is crackling like lightning within.
Are we near each other right now? Okay.
Yeah, you're all there.
Does this seem normal on the seas? Do you see the green?
Boon.
I was gonna say we should check in with someone who's familiar with the seas.
Oh, that's interesting. Ko says, catching on to shit now.
Yeah, what they're saying.
Yeah. Green? Where?
Raffaangelo, you are a sea creature. Do these green storms happen on the sea often?
Fucking damn it.
Raffaangelo looks up at you.
I thought so. Very suspicious.
Maybe we should, get the captain.
Sure, I'll go over there.
Don't everybody jump at once.
I'll bang
at the captain's door.
Okay. Silence.
Hey, Captain, I know that you like being out here and all, but there's the storm with fantastical colors in it. Is that normal for the Sea of Stars here?
It's very green.
Boone, hearing you shouting this, turns around and sees it. That doesn't look very good.
We didn't think so either.
He comes down and joins you. Captain, I think it'd be important that you get out here.
Oh, it's getting closer.
It certainly is. It'll be upon you in the next minute.
Shit.
He's also gonna run down to the door. Captain, if you were worried about the sails earlier, you will definitely be worried about this.
Well, that's a lot of lightning. Isn't it, Ko?
Sure is. Hey, Boone, is it I don't know.
Please log in through the Google Home app.
The storm, it speaks!
Literally happened in a session that I played in yesterday, too.
It's fucking Cyrus.
She just wants to play with us. The technology wants to
Not taking
join.
note for an answer. What an energy.
Hey, Boone, is there anything that we can do to speed this up while we wait for Temerity to get his shit together?
We need to divert away from the mist. You see him look, and as he
Tell me what to do.
From starboard to port, you see that this thing is pretty wide.
Very expensive.
And it just kind of showed up. Oh no. We're gonna have to batten everything down. I have no idea what's gonna be in there. We need to get below deck.
I'm gonna bang on the captain's door one more time. Captain! We might need your assistance out here. A little bit of a growl.
As you're yelling that, the ship enters the mist.
Kane, I think out of all the times we've broken down a door, I think this is one of those times where it needs to happen.
Is there a window or anything attached to this thing? Are there windows on the thing, or is it just a...
Yes, there are. But as you enter, all you can see ahead of you is your hand. And we're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Wait, what, not an army this call? Besides just your hand?
Break time!
The fuck?
We will be right back, everybody. Go ahead and refill your refreshments. Run to the restroom. I will see you back here at 9 p.m. EST sharp.
The fuck?
Oh my
That's a lie. We're never sharp.
You've all been enveloped in this thick, clinging mist. You can feel the cold wetness as it sticks to your skin. It has almost this suffocating quality to it. There is a damp coldness to the air that makes your hairs stand on end. The green hue envelops around you. And as I said, your sight is cut pretty short, only being able to see something a foot away from your face.
What the hell? Captain! I'm gonna yell in.
You hear Boone beside you. Captain, we've entered a thick mist. I'm gonna drop anchor.
Didn't he say to keep the sails up and moving?
You hear the sound of Boone kind of clambering over to where the anchor is, and you hear him trip over something and fall, and kind of clamber. I can't see anything.
Let me help you. And Temin is gonna start jogging in that direction because he has blind sight, so he's gonna jump down and give him a hand.
Okay. While Temin is helping Boone, you all begin to hear the faint sound of whispering in the mist.
Do I sense any other sentience aside from the ones that were already present on the ship?
Nope.
I'm gonna.
You do still sense everybody,
dagger.
including Temerity.
I'm gonna draw my dagger, my shard dagger, and then I'm gonna kind of like reach out to everybody and like, be prepared. Something is very off about this, and I'm gonna kind of like back towards them a little bit.
Temin,
yes. I was gonna say, this mist can talk to us just like you, Ko.
Temin, you continue to aid Boone towards the anchor, and as you get there, you see he's kind of fumbling with it, and you see something in the mist. In fact, you all do. Several women's faces staring at you from the mist. Your hairs stand on end as these disembodied faces fade in and out of the mist, appearing and disappearing in various places just in the corner of your sight, staring at you with glazed-over white eyes. Boone falls backwards. No. I know what this is.
What is it? What's wrong?
A sharp screech rings out ahead of you on the ship. And then the sound of wailing echoes. A million voices crying. It's a banshee. Those who hear her cries are soon to die.
Oh.
Oh.
Temin's eyes are gonna light up as I cast Divine Sense.
What are you sensing for?
Celestial Fiend, undead within 16 feet that is not behind total cover.
Give me 1 second. You sense an undead.
It is a spirit in the water.
Why the hell is it here? It just hangs out and we just happen to cross its path?
That's a great question. It sounds like Boone knows more than we would.
The crying continues to echo around you. And then you feel something quickly brush past you with speed, and a small cut forms on you, a drop of blood dripping from it. Temin, a scratch upon your metallic exoskeleton.
I'll kind of like swipe out in retaliation.
The scream echoes and reverberates as it's this moaning cry. Ain't much we can do against nothing.
What do you mean?
There's got to be some way out of it, or
What-
away from it.
What is it? What does it do?
Phoebe and Kane. Another gust of cold air blows past you, but then spins around you, and you see, pulling your arms down, this white, thick, viscous form. And from the center of it comes this woman's face. And as it continues to squeeze your limbs down, the face reaches closer and closer to your own. This disembodied neck craning its head to be level with yours. The eyes glazed over white, and the mouth begins to slowly open as the jaw drops, and an echoing scream shakes you to your very bones before dissipating. You are now dazed.
Look.
Ow.
Sorry, is it dazed in this? No.
No,
Stunned.
dazed isn't dazed.
You are stunned.
Stunned.
It's under conditions on your character sheet. You're stunned for the next minute.
Can I try to be unstunned?
No. The skill check would be too high for you to even succeed if you attempted.
Well, damn, fuck you do.
So no. All right. Temin and Co. Again, you can't see very far ahead of you, but you both heard the screams, and you kind of hear the grunts of pain from Phoebe and Kane.
I'm gonna continue like making my way backwards towards them while kind of like searching about, and I'll even conjure up dancing lights actually, and have 4 orbs, blue orbs of light circling around me.
You said the mist is still too deep to see, right?
It's pretty thick, yes.
All right, pass like 1 foot in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Boone up and throw him on my shoulder, and then shout out to the group. Stand back to back! Circle formation! And I'm gonna start rushing towards the middle where I heard the scream.
Okay. Temin and Co., you both make it over to Kane. Phoebe just a few feet away from him.
Does do my lights pierce through the
Temin,
mist or
you
the
do
fog?
see the lights that that Co has conjured. Kane and Phoebe, you are still stunned for the next moment here. There.
I'm gonna put Boone down.
Okay. There, on the bow of the ship, off of the... Oh god, what's it called? Off of the bowsprit from the front of the ship, you see the green energy coalesce and come into the form of a woman. This billowing, thin dress coming off of her in an ethereal fashion, blown by some invisible wind. She stands and points a hand towards all of you.
Boone, do you know what the hell is she doing?
What? She's here for us. If not all of us, maybe just one of us. Maybe she just demands a sacrifice.
There will be no
Wait,
sacrifice.
We're not into that sort of stuff.
Then we have to fight her. If you're not superstitious, then you must kill her.
Well, let's get to it, guys. And I kind of like look back to Kane and Phoebe, Are they still stunned?
It is at this moment that Kane and Phoebe are no longer stunned. You can see the Banshee ahead of you and your companions. You can hear them around you. Actually, no, you can see them because of the lights cast by Ko.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Nice.
go ahead.
The faces still persist, by the way, looming at you.
Okay.
Pulling out my great sword, and I'm gonna slam it down onto the ground. And then I'm gonna use my channel divinity for control undead. And let me check this real quick. As an action, you can target one undead within 30 feet to force a wisdom save, DC 15. On a failure, the target must obey your actions or commands for 24 hours until you use this feature again. An undead with CR equal to 6 is immune, or greater, equal to or greater than 6 is immune. But as I do this, someone's gonna shout out, "Leave us, spirit!"
As you cast it, she does not falter, and in fact takes 2 steps forward. You then hear a voice from above you. I was wondering when you'd show yourself. It is the voice of Temerity.
Where the hell have you been?
You have trouble making him out through the fog, as past your lights, it is still difficult to see, save for the illuminated Banshee. But you do see what appears to be a slight shadowy form jump from the mast and swing around. And as he comes around, he throws something at the Banshee, and you see an explosion of green fiery light engulf around her. She screams and wails, different than the ones she had done prior. He then lands heavy onto the deck next to all of you. That should hold her off for the night. And you see as her form begins to bubble and misshape as this green fire begins to envelop her, and this defeated cry rings out, and all of the mist sucks in.
Did he just catch her like a Pokemon?
Along with her.
I'm gonna
All I
get
can
up.
imagine is just a Pokemon.
She just like,
Not what I intended, but I see what you're saying. Sure,
up.
comes in and then explodes out. There you go.
oh,
Okay,
so then
okay,
she's
cool,
gone
cool.
with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty pissed off. Kane getting to his feet and his head out on his shoulders. What the hell was that? How much alimony do you owe someone? God damn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You seem to be expecting her, and she's going to be gone for at least tonight. What's going on? Could you elaborate?
He looks at all of you. Well, I suppose it'd be important to fill you in if we're to be traveling together for a while.
You don't think?
You look like you need a drink. Come.
Yes.
He invites you into the captain's quarters and pours you all drinks and doesn't grab one for himself. You see in here that things are a little out of disarray. You can tell that he has some ingredients here that he probably grabbed from below deck, and they have been mixed into a basin, and there are a few jars. The item that he had thrown after the mist dissipated and exploded out, you could see that there was a broken glass jar at the front of the ship where he had thrown it. You see there is a basin, and in it are specks of different herbs and ingredients, as well as the rich crimson hue of blood still on the inside of it. He leans over the table. Have a seat. Boone, go make sure everything's fine out there. And keep us moving.
I will head out with him. to assist.
All right. Well, he looks at the three of you left. Recall when I stated that my crew had mutinied me?
Yep. That was
Because we had a spot of bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they believed that it was to do with my curse. That Banshee is after me. She wants to take my soul. Not hers to take, however.
Tell it to somebody else. Do we have to worry about another one?
No, not quite. My ship. The Spectral Maiden. There's a very powerful protection spell on her lumber. Keeps me safe. The Banshee only wants my blood when I sail the seas. She takes it as a personal attack. My crew, well, my ex-crew, thought that it would be clever to turn me in for my bounty, and hoped that they would not see me again on these seas. As are many of their actions, this was foolish. The Banshee I can hold off per night, though it does require some ingredients as well as some of my blood.
That's why you're kept up in the room all night, huh? All day. Writing it off as Captain Energy.
I had to prepare.
So why you? Why you, out of all the pirates, are you banned from sailing the seas?
Well, that's another story.
Well, if you don't
Kind of
tell
got
us,
time.
I mean, look what happened with your last crew. You didn't tell them any of this, and they still came to the conclusion that you were better off back on land.
That's fine
And
if
how
you want to be
you-
as foolish as them.
We just want to know what we're getting into by accompanying you while you've been cursed by Banshee.
Your goal has to be the Pirate Isles, yes? As you said, you're searching for some trinket. Where else would it be, right? A sea full of pirates and merchants.
Oh.
Who else is going to get you there?
Well, the Pirate Isles. You tell me, why do you want to go to the Pirate Isles?
It's not the Pirate Isles I seek.
You tell me where you seek to go.
Tell me again about this item you're looking for.
Tell me where you want to go.
I want to go where you want to go. And where you want to go is not the Pirate Isles.
You want to go get your ship.
Aye.
I highly doubt you'll be able to do that by yourself.
Aye.
And here we sit in the captain's dwelling on the way to his ship.
Aye. But do you know where my ship is?
That's why I was asking you.
And that's why I ask again. What is it you're looking for? Clearly, I have some knowledge, but remind me so I can be certain.
Just out of character, real quick. We're going to the Astral Sea. Oh, is it the Sea of Stars?
You are
Sea of
currently
Star.
sailing
We
the
are-
Sea of
Sea of
Fallen
Stars.
Stars.
to head towards. Remind me.
You were informed that the last known location of the last Godstone was the Sea of Fallen Stars. It was under the good assumption that the Pirate Isles would probably be hosting the stone in some fashion. But Temerity here is trying to get a confirmation of some of the small things that you had stated while in captivity in Sembia.
All right. Well, you're not wrong. We do want to go to the Pirate Isles. But beyond that, the rest of what we've got to do there, well, if you prove to be trustworthy, perhaps we can tell you about it. But for now, we just need to get there. And that's what we're entrusting you to help us achieve.
How unfortunate. Well, you help me get my ship and I'll get you to the Isles.
So, what do you need from us to get your ship? Let us in on literally anything, because you've been inside here all day and we have no fucking idea.
No, he's a pirate. He wants his ship and he wants his crew dead.
Yes, but we need the details if we're going to help him do this so that he can in turn help us.
He wants us to murder and get back his ship. He wants us for the muscle in the time we don't have.
Temerity, as you can see, Kane's patience is running out, and
well, if Kane didn't like playing hardball, then perhaps he could save himself some time.
I'm gonna snarl a little bit.
What I think you're failing to see here is that I'm very much aware that whatever you're after has to be very valuable. You've all come as champions of the Sword Coast. Yeah, such a lofty title to get you locked up. Regardless, I, as a captain, can recognize somebody of stature getting themselves incorrectly incarcerated. Whatever you're looking for is a little more grand and important than anything any singular pirate would have in his treasure trove. Aye?
Yes, and that's why it would be so dangerous for you to even escort us there.
It's also why we're not willing to just give you the information. See, we've only met you, at best, a couple of days ago?
As I stand up, I'm gonna spread like my big fingery claws and kind of just tower up with my shoulders up, my head down. Please understand my trepidation to bring a pirate to a very valuable thing that I am after for the betterment of the entire world.
He matches your posture, looking up towards you. I think you're heading towards a place with a lot of pirates, mate.
If you are not willing to talk to me, how am I supposed to trust that you're willing to have my back?
If I can interject here, if we want an honest conversation between both parties, I can absolutely have that arranged with 100% of a guarantee.
No. Don't go out of your way, Phoebe. See, because
it wouldn't be out of my way. It would be the snap of my fingers.
No. I think we can handle this without magic. Temerity, you're a pirate. You understand that when making business deals, not everybody in the room has the best intentions for the other party. And
I want one thing. My ship.
And we're willing to help you get that.
We want one thing.
To get to the Pirate Isles.
No.
That's what we want from you.
That is not what you want from me. Because unfortunately, you're not aware of what it is that you want.
Enlighten us.
You want to come with me to get my ship. Because my ship is somewhere only those that know where it is can be. And you will never get there without me. And in this super secret place of unknown locale is where all of the greatest riches that have ever been held by any singular being rests. The tomb of the Pirate King. Whatever you're looking for, it'll be there. And whatever I'm looking for will be there as well.
I'm gonna smash my fists down, probably splintering the wood a little bit where my hands land, and lean in again toward him. Well, I guess this, snarling through my teeth. Well, I guess this wouldn't be the first time that I'd have to work with somebody that I wasn't too fond of.
That's unfortunate. I'm quite fond of you.
I'm gonna just huff and take a turn to leave.
This was a really nice table.
Phoebe, if she has it. She doesn't have it. Yes, she does have it! She's gonna put her hand over the spot that Kane punched aggressively, and she's gonna cast Mending. And she's gonna fix it. She goes, I'm sorry about that. We're just on a tight schedule, and we have a lot of pressure on our backs, and we don't like the runaround.
Yes, it is interesting that you'd be so frustrated when I've strictly instructed that the sails be at full mast this entire time.
Oh, well, I'm not frustrated. It's just a lot of miscommunications and then screaming sea women and a lot of
Yes, she does have a way of shaking people up. He sits on the table and crosses his arms and looks down at you. You're quite the resourceful one, aren't you?
I try to be.
You ever think about piracy?
Oh, it depends. I don't know how I feel about what it entails.
Your friends? They're going to be very useful. But don't think I'm the kind of person to use somebody and discard them.
Who's in the room with her right now? Did Kate?
Oh, it's still
You
there.
and Co.
Oh.
But his back is kind of to Co as he's sitting on the table.
I mean, I know the others have their opinions. She's looking to Co about you. And she's gonna lean
Mine isn't
forward.
fully formed yet.
Yeah, and she's gonna kind of lean in to Temerity and kind of whisper, I have the feeling you're a really good guy.
Well, when we see the sea bitch tomorrow night, be sure to tell her that.
I'll try if she's up for talking.
Well, he takes a dagger out and he throws it against the wall. You see there's a large sea chart showing the Sea of Fallen Stars. And the dagger lands just east of the Pirate Isles. We have a ways to go. Hopefully we can all keep our blades from each other's throats until then.
I'll ensure that they stay their hands.
I think we'll do fine. Just, I don't know. Be yourself, but like a teeny bit less irritating.
Me?
I kid, of course. And I'll take a sip of that drink that he gave us. That he poured us.
It's good. It's the stuff that the merchant had here in his
Is
quarters.
it better than Evan's?
You know what? Evan would be very interested in trying it.
If I look around the room, do I see any bottles that this might have originated from?
The bottle's right there on the table.
Oh, then I'm gonna reach over and grab it.
Okay. It's got a fancy label, not dissimilar to what you've seen with that Evan would pour. It's not the same brand, but you would imagine it's probably on that same tier.
Okay. I'm gonna take it entirely off the table, and I'm gonna turn and kind of like lean onto the table, like kind of sit on it a little bit. Like, listen, Temerity. Believe me, love to trust you. But we've got a lot going on, and
Really, last I saw you were on a ship.
making mistakes at this stage can be costly. Even when we don't make mistakes, they can be, with the things that we're dealing with, can be costly. And I'll kind of like eye Phoebe's arm. If you want us to be more forthcoming with things, maybe you should do the same. For starters, letting us know ahead of time that you've got like some evil sea bitch that's after you. That would have been a good start, especially when you've been cooped up in here all day and we've been out there doing stuff. All I'm asking for is a little bit more communication, and I'm sure the kinks that have been created will start to even themselves out.
I see what you're saying, and I understand it. I really do. I really do. But part of this relationship is going to come down to trust. And I think there's something that you all are failing to see. Number one, I'll address your concerns with the Banshee. I didn't want you to attack her. If you had attacked her, it would have been much harder to get rid of her. You would have only enraged
That's something good to know. We were just about to fight her.
I don't know what I can trust from you. Second, I don't know about your knowledge of ships, but when I said that this was the second fastest ship you will find on these seas, I was not wrong. And I got you into this ship. And third, your destination, if you went to the Pirate Isles, I guarantee you would not have ever found where you were going. You found just the right man in just the right prison to get you to where you need to go. So I would say that I am holding all the cards. Any questions you have for me, I don't have the pressure to answer. Keep that in mind. And he walks out of the captain's quarters. Boone, how's it going?
Phoebe's gonna look at Ko. My mom would really like him.
I think Kane might like him too, honestly, if he wasn't so him right now.
He's just a little rough around the edges.
Then again, people think Kane is too sometimes, so we'll see how this works out. Hopefully they don't end up killing each other.
I'm sure we'll be able to keep the peace, and I'm sure Kane will come around. Hopefully.
Maybe it's not entirely on Kane. This guy's kind of...
Oh, no.
He's got an irritating ear about him. But we'll make do. He says he's the guy for the job, and Maybe he is. But you know us. We need to see it first. See it to believe it.
Yeah.
Especially for Kane,
Yes.
who doesn't even believe in most magics and it's literally like magic everywhere.
I don't know. He's starting to use his lightning a little more. It's really
I know, I'm pretty
cool.
proud of him, actually.
It was so cool.
Like, that's the most time, like, in recent times, he's used that way more often than I ever would have imagined.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm actually surprised he didn't kill Zin with it. But,
I
you know,
think it's because he knew he didn't need it to kill Zin.
that's fair. That's fair.
As Temerity walks to the mast of the ship, grabbing hold of the wheel, is there anything else you all would like to do?
I'm going to store this bottle in my sack, whatever.
All right.
It's mine.
Yep.
I do have something.
All right.
While it's kind of quiet and it's, nighttime, we're staring at the stars. You see Temen is standing on top of the deck, kind of off to the side. And he's kind of looking at the water. And he's pondering something. As you see, there's like a slight glowing object in his hand. It's a slight shimmer off of it. Forgiving those who've hurt us. He's holding Ardia's core in his hand. It is custom to carry on a part of our fallen Warforged brothers by assimilating their core into our own, so that part of them resides within us. And you see his chest begin to open up, and it's like a glowing thing that looks like a heart pulsing, continuing to support us and becoming our strength. Perhaps, Ardia, as he's holding the core in front of him, you can see the world through my eyes as a part of me. And one day, come to understand why I fight, instead of perhaps lingering like an angry spirit. As he looks onto the water. And he takes it, and as he brings it closer to his pulsating core, it just kind of opens up and almost like, and you see it just absorb into his chest. And his chest closes.
Okay. Any of you on the deck, which is probably all of you, you all see Temen starts glowing with a blue light emitting from him. It is nighttime, and he's glowing pretty bright. So bright that you can no longer see his form through the light. Shielding your eyes for a moment, you see it begins to dissipate. And standing there is a Warforged. There's a familiarity to him. But he does not look exactly the same. Temen, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. Temen, in this strange new form, whereas he was a little bit lean before, and was made for mobility and all of that, he is slightly more robust in a stronger, more broad frame. The synthetic fibers that almost look like a mixture of bark and strips of metal wire have bulked out just a bit, and there is a slight, almost silverish blue sheen coming off the metal on his body, and parts of his wires are pulsing with bluish glowing energy like a heartbeat.
Kind of like lean over to Phoebe. Is he supposed to be doing that?
No, I don't think he should be.
You all see this new form of Temin.
I'm not sure what to do.
Hey, Temin, is everything okay over there?
Oh! Everything is fine, Ko.
Oh, thank God.
Why would you ask? He
Because
just goes stomping over, and you hear his footsteps are quite louder than normal. Dum, dum, dum.
This is new.
You don't feel any different?
I feel like myself.
But you're different. You're very different.
Look over at Phoebe. Whether or not we change, we are still ourselves on the inside. Right, Phoebe?
Always.
Right. So when's Ko, when are you gonna turn into a butterfly?
I'll kind of like turn over to Kane, and my eyes will just like glow bright blue. I don't do that. What about you? When are you gonna go full dragon?
What do you mean?
Sprout wings or something.
You can do that, Kane?
Looks great.
Yeah, he can definitely do that, Temin. Totally can do it. I've seen it once.
Is he taller now?
Just a slight bit.
Hell yeah.
There's like more like sharp edges on his armor plating, and he's slightly taller, and he grew maybe like 6 inches taller.
And he's just covered in armor now?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Phoebe's gonna walk over and reach out for his big ol' meaty hand. I like it. You look good.
Oh, thank you, Phoebe.
All right. And that is where we are going to end. But wait.
I knew it, you son of a bitch. I changed my music too.
While the party slowly becomes more acquainted with their new companions upon the Dauntless, evil never rests. Baldur's Gate. The city overrun, beneath which the mines have been transformed. The many tunnels and pits and excavation sites have been turned into what can only be described as an assembly line. The raw material is being used in the manufacturing of more Warforged. Elsewhere, not much farther than our party is now, a hooded tabaxi prowls a marketplace. Many salty persons frequent this place, and he pays for a ship, the captain of which claiming he can take you to a place only he knows of. And only he can get you there. For this captain is looking for a stronger crew to take on the unknown threats of the Pirate King's tomb. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of Fancie's Fables.
Pirate fight! Pirate fight!
Oh.
Does Temin have a joke for us?
Would you prefer a riddle tonight or a joke?
A riddle? That's new.
Riddle?
I didn't know pirates had riddles.
New look, new joke, except it's a riddle.
There's an option tonight.
Give us the riddle.
Choice.
The riddle. A circle of stars druid has a map he calls Starfinder, and a lantern he calls his tiny son. What does he call the round tube he carries for seeing stars during the day?
The map's the Starfinder. The lantern's the tiny sun. And his telescope... Stargazer? What?
Huh, that's one of my old characters.
A kaleidoscope. I felt it was kind of
kaleidoscope?
appropriate with the theme.
Bye. Bye.
See you, stars.
Bye.
There we have it. 10 minutes
Alright. Well, thank you everybody for being with us tonight on tonight's crazy journey. Again, I hope you all enjoyed your night, and until next time, stay fancy.
He said it! He said it! He said it!
Did it.
He said it!
What the fuck was that?
I